How many numbers are there? There's 7 numbers. Who's the middle of 7? 7 divided by 2? 3.5, which rises up to which number? The fourth number. The fourth number is the number 3. You can see you're correct because there's 3 numbers to the left and 3 numbers to the right. So the median is the number 3. What we're going to do next is we're going to add up all these numbers together. So will everybody add up all these numbers together? Add them all together. What you say you got? So that'd be 10, 20. I think it's 119. Yeah. 100, Al adds up to 119, and there's 7 numbers, isn't there? Is there 7 numbers? What? 17. So the mean is? Okay, which average do you think is the better average to use, and why? I think the median is better because, not because it's smaller, because if you look at the first couple of numbers here, see all those numbers? I think it's just the 99 is dragging the mean up to an unrealistic size. The 99 is what we call an outlier. It doesn't really fit the rest of the statistics, yeah? Did I forget to record this? Add up all the numbers together, get 214, divide by the number of days, which is 7. 214 divided by 7 is 30.57, 31 degrees. We said the mean is appropriate for this question because all the numbers are within a certain range of each other. From the top to the bottom number, there's only a distance of 5. Would you agree with that? Which means that the mean won't be unexpectedly big or unexpectedly small. The next one we're moving on to is question 6. And it won't take long. Okay. That's it. Then we'll move on to number 7. Okay. What's the mode, guys? 64. Which is? Denim. Is it possible to find the median or the mean of this? Can I find the mean or the median? No, I actually can't because, believe it or not, what's the average of leather and suede? There's no order, is there? There's no order which one is better. So I actually can't find a median or a mean here. So the mode is the only possible answer. What is the most popular type of jacket? Denim. So that's why you can't, it's not numerical data basically. It's categorical data, mode is acceptable. Anytime you have categorical data, what's categorical data again? Worded answers. Mode is always used. Yes, sir. The answer for the next question is either mean, mode, or median. Okay. So the answer is either mean. It's either modes or the other one is median. Okay. The average mark in an examination, which one should I use? Your average, guys? Mean. Add them all up, average them out. First answer is mean. The average uniform size for all pupils in the class. You could use the mode. How are uniform sizes measured? Is it not small, medium, and large usually? And then extra large? How do you average them? Is that categorical or numerical data? So if it's categorical data, what's your average? What are you going to use? Mode. Okay. The average height of players in a basketball team. I'd use the or the median. You shouldn't use the mode because it's numerical data, isn't it? So you can use the mean or the mode. The average height should be the mean though. The colours of shirt sold. Sorry, I had to copy that. I forgot. I'm sort of using it like this. Okay. The colours of t-shirts sold by a department store. Mode. Why? Categorical data. The average salary of 7 people who work for a small business. Now, the bad idea about a small business is who usually makes the most in a small business. So it could be an example of, imagine that's 100 grand a year, yeah? And then the second guy in charge makes 80 grand. And then you have like, decay means grand, by the way. Is that okay? So he's on 20, 20, 20. And then there's some guy on 40 and some guy on 45. What you know is about these 7 people here? The mode would be 20. The median would be 40. But the average would be well higher. Why would the average go up too high? The 80 and the 100. So I take, in this type of case, you could say the median is the correct answer. Or if it's a company where there isn't outliers, you could then use the mean. It depends. Okay. Now the mode, everybody agrees with 28. Okay. Median. Let's write out in order of size. It's 7 days, isn't it? Okay. Now, would everybody agree that the median seems to be the 38? Because the middle of 7 is the fourth number in line, yeah? Because it's 7 divided by 2, which is 3.5, rounded up. Fourth number is 38. Okay. Next thing I want you to do is add them up and tell me what the mean is. So what happens when you add them all up? What you get? I may have a number when you add them all up. 4, 4. 447. And divide that by 7. 64. 63.9, but rounds off to 64. Oh, it says to 1 decimal place though. 0.9 what? 63.957. So the average is 63.957. That rounds up to 64. Okay, guys. Now, can anybody explain to me why is the 110 and 170 so much higher than the other days? What days do you think that happened on? Probably Saturday, Sunday. Actually, maybe even Friday and Saturday. Because, you know, we haven't got work the next day, but on Sunday night you have work on Monday. So it's either, I reckon you're right. I think it's Friday and Saturday. But I could be wrong. Could be Saturday and Sunday. So I think what you're talking about is Friday and Saturday. I think he'd almost have to give it as 2 separate entities, wouldn't he? He'd have to almost give an average for the midweek and an average for the weekend. But in this case, if he wants to sell the restaurant and make it look as great as possible, what would he use? He'd use the mean, because the mean gets dragged up by the weekend numbers, so he'd use the mean as 64. So the answer to this question is he'd use the mean to make his business look good using the weekend numbers. Okay, guys?